guys, it's your girl Jessica Alfred out here in Brooklyn, New York. We're doing another episode of I Am a Living Testimony of Testimony. Today I have my friend Nat. Her name is Natalie, but I call her Nat. She's here today and she's gonna just have a small chat with us. I know whatever it is that she has to say is gonna be very powerful and meaningful. And so listen up, and the floor is all yours, Nat.
Oh, hi guys. This is my first podcast, so I've never been a part of anything like this before, so thank you for having me.
Of course.
And let's just get started.
Of course. I thank you so much. I mean, I know you're coming from far, and you're traveling all the way over here. I do know that with the line of work that you do, you service the community.
Yes.
And so I want to thank you first and foremost for your services. So we can get into the story that you have to share with us, or the testimony, or the difficulty that you had but you overcame, because I see you here today, bright and beautiful as always, guys. So the floor is all yours.
Well, I do service the community. I do work with the mentally ill clients, so that's a very difficult job, actually.
I was in that field for 10 years.
So it's like, you hear all kind of stories and it's just insane to me. But I enjoy working with that type of community because I feel like they've always been judged just like we are on a daily basis. So I felt it was my duty that I assist them and do what I can for them. And, as far as me personally, I've overcame a lot in life.
You don't look like it.
Yeah, I've overcame a lot in life. And it's funny because I seen the picture. I have to mention it. The semicolon. It's a very powerful tattoo of mine because I myself have gone through suicide and wanted to commit suicide.
Wow.
For a lot of number of reasons. But I've always felt that I draw my strength from my friends and my family. So I always felt that because of them, I'm still here. Like I felt guilty leaving them. That makes sense. So, but I feel like we have to push through. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be a barrier that we have to overcome, whether it's family, friends, life, job. We just came back from a pandemic where we were damn near isolated from everyone. So, I just feel like, we just have to keep going no matter what we go through. And I feel like we never meet people by accident.
Of course.
So it's always a reason why we meet someone, whether it's a season, long term, So
it's funny you said that because I remember every time we met, it was either you was visiting church or we was having girls brunch or girls dinner. And I always used to tell our mutual friend, Wiz, I used to be like, I like her. I don't even know why. And she used to be like, girl, she's crazy. Don't take her serious at all. But I definitely understand where you're coming from. I know you mentioned multiple times you've had an occasion where you tried or almost committed suicide. I want you to know that you're not alone, because me personally, I overcame that as well. Multiple times, multiple attempts. My last attempt was in 2018. I recently put out a video talking about that. But if you can share one episode that you had, what would it be? Like one thing that pushed you to that edge where you felt like, okay, I just can't do it anymore,
I was just tired of life.
Yeah.
I was tired of living. I was tired of struggling. I was tired of almost being homeless. I was tired of my father had passed away, and that was a hard one for me too because I was the one who found him. So it's like things like that. It's just a trigger. It really is a trigger, and it's just like sometimes you're just tired. You're just really, really tired, and it's always something. It's always something, and it's always back to back. Sometimes you never get a break, and sometimes I was just like,
It's funny you mentioned we don't meet people for no reason, because I feel like when I express myself that way to other people, they don't really understand. Like when I say I'm just tired, people are like, well, I'm tired. I get up, I go to work, I got the kids, I got the husband, I got the house, I got the this, that, and the third. But no, I'm tired. And they don't really understand. So to hear you say that you're just tired, I can relate to that, and that makes me feel good. Like we have more in common than I even thought, you know. And so that is something that I want us to like talk more about on our own time, you know, when we can meet up because we don't live too far from each other. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your dad. I feel like you've mentioned that before, or
today's his birthday.
Today's his birthday. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I don't even know, like, I don't even want to say thank you because it's like, wow.
It's life.
Wow.
It's life. We all are not. That's another thing I've had to learn too. We're all not gonna live forever. We all have an expiration date, you know. And it's just, I don't know if I've gotten cold towards it, but I'm just like.
But to know that you had a really close relationship with your father, and you said you found him while he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah.
I feel like that's something that a lot of times people are quick to say, oh, go get some help or go get some therapy or, you know, talk to somebody, you know, but it's one of those things that how do you expect somebody else to understand what it's like losing a parent? Not only losing a parent, but coming in and finding them dead, you know, cold body, you know? And so today's his birthday. I really want to wish him a happy birthday. I thank you so much for your courage. I thank you so much for getting up and being here today, because knowing that you said you were close with him, it's rainy outside, but you still decided to get up and come and share your story. I know it must have been difficult walking in on your father and seeing that he passed away and you weren't there to actually assist him. If there's one thing that you would share as a word of encouragement or advise somebody who possibly went through a series like that or a season where they lost a parent, or just like you, they walked in on a parent who was dead, you know, what is a word of encouragement that you would share with them? Like, how did you overcome that memory of him? Because knowing somebody that you had that was so alive and so loving and supporting for you, and the last image you have of him is when you walked in on him. How did you deal with that, like, overall?
Just honestly, prayer. It's something you will never get over. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and sugarcoat it. That's something you're never gonna get over. A loss of a parent and a child is something. It's an incredible pain that, you know, you could never get over. The only thing I can say is definitely therapy, and therapy, prayer, and if you have a really strong circle, definitely reach out to them. That's what I do on a daily basis. I talk to my whistling like almost every day, so she knows like everything. So yeah, I have a strong circle, so I'm actually blessed, you know, to have that.
That's cool. That really is cool. So anyone that is out there, as you guys heard, Nat was very close with her father. She walked in and she found out her father had passed away, and she's living. I'm pretty sure, you know, as she thought about, I can't take this no more, I'm tired, I just want to take my life. I'm pretty sure she thought about, if my father was here, he wouldn't want that for me, right or wrong, you know? And that was a push, a motivation for her to still be here with me today and to still be here and acknowledge his birthday, you know? She also mentioned prayer. Although I have no boundaries or no, how can I say, restriction when it comes to talking to people about prayer, but at the meantime, I respect people's beliefs and their will to not want to pray or believe in a higher power or believe in God. But prayer is definitely key. I do know that sometimes when you're going through stuff, Nat, it's easier said than done to just say pray. But me personally, I want to say that even when you're saying prayer, we look at people on TV and we're seeing them pray for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Sometimes your prayer may be your tears. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are times I'm pretty sure you didn't even know how to approach God, how to talk to him, how to, like, I'm pretty sure you were even upset at him sometimes. Like, why would you take my father away? Like, you know, that's, you know, my person. But I'm here to tell you guys that you don't even have to verbally say anything when you're out here and you're praying and you're asking God for strength and you're venting to him, or you're even upset at him because he knows our heart, you know? And so even if you just gotta cry it out, wake up, dry your tears, and go about your day, you know? Another thing that you mentioned, that was your circle. Now, me personally, that's a topic for me that's a little sensitive because not everybody has that circle. Yeah. So how did you go about choosing who was your circle? Who would you trust with certain information that was so confidential to you, like to see you at your worst, to see you crying, to see you when you're weak? Because there are people that use that to your advantage.
Absolutely.
So how did you actually pick who, this is my circle?
Well, it's all in the connection and the vibe. And a lot of my friends I've known forever. Okay. So I've known them for years and years and years and years. And we've all been through stuff together. So we've all been able to draw strength from each other. But also, too, this is where you can use social media as a strong platform as well. Like what you're doing right now. You know, you have probably a lot of people watching this podcast that can relate to a lot of things that you talk about. So, that's where it comes into the we don't meet people by accident, because you can have a total stranger watching you and may contact them like, you know what, I really appreciate what you said, and you know, can we talk? Yeah. You know, that's how you build relationships with strangers, and that's how you're able to support others that you don't even know.
I agree with you. So. And that is really my goal. My goal is to reach out not only to my friends, not even to my friends' friends, but to people that I don't know, people on the street. Because a lot of times I feel like, especially in New York, people are so angry.
I'm one of those people. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Nat is like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm one of those people as well. Yeah. But I just feel like New Yorkers are so angry. And a lot of times when I would get upset at, you know, people being so angry on the road, on public transportations, or even in the supermarket, in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna curse you out because you're probably having a bad day. You're probably going through something. Yeah. Because me, I've been a person where sometimes I leave my house and I'm having a terrible day, and I just leave my house as a way to hoosah and just, you know, get a breather. And then you go out and you meet somebody who's being nasty to you, you know. And I actually had an episode where I broke down to somebody who was really nasty to me on the street, and all I said was, you don't know the day that I'm having. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, for you to be so nasty to me without second guessing, maybe she's having a bad day, maybe she just lost somebody, maybe she just lost her job, you know? Like, people are not mindful of stuff like that. So once again, Nat, I thank you so much. So I mean, it meant a lot to me, you coming out here, but now you're saying that today's your dad's birthday, and this is the story that you shared with us. It means so much more to me, and I thank you so much. Not a problem. You guys, once again, this is Natalie. She came all the way out here to support me and to support all of you guys who are watching, to you know, share her story. With her losing a parent. I'm pretty sure we're all gonna go through it because we was born from somebody. But this is Natalie's way of dealing with it. This may not be your way, but take the strength from Natalie. You see, she's here. She's beautiful. She's smiling. Thank you. You know, she's just glowing. But that doesn't mean that she doesn't have her struggles. Yeah. And she's not, you know, having bad days here and there. And, you know, she doesn't think about her father, you know. And so now I thank you so much. No problem. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, this is Jessica Alfred. This is I'm a Living Testimony of Testimony. Remember to choose to keep going, because our story is not over. Absolutely. See you guys later. Bye. Thank you, Nat. Happy problem, girl. This is awesome. Thank you so much. Testify, testify. Hi, baby girl. Come on. Miracle. Yeah. I see for a few days now you have a guy friend that's dropping you off. Tell me about him.
He's just a friend. Nothing going on.
I mean, I know you're a good kid. I know that you are, but I can't help but not want you to make the same mistakes your mom made, you know?
You're always saying that you don't want me to make the same mistakes you did, but you never tell me what those mistakes were.
There are so many.
Papa, pas quitter me faire mauvais pas. Moi v'lais suivre ou pas à pas. T'en prie, vi regarder.
What happened to that mistake that you made that you don't want me to make?
I'm only sharing this with you right now because I'm trying to break a cycle.
Please, no.